the Support Model Workshop. The Application Support Model describes how application support needs are being fulfilled, which functions are available, and who provides the functions. We will be introducing the Support Model Design Workshop and what steps to take to ensure you build a robust support model for your application. If you are not sure what the application support needs for your application are, we recommend organizing a Support Model Design Workshop to create or update the support model. A Support Model Design Workshop is where all relevant stakeholders come together with support to compile an agreed-upon model for supporting an application. So how does one organize such a workshop? First, start with identifying and engaging support stakeholders. Make sure you have a good understanding of the individuals and teams that will be involved in the day-to-day operations of the application service or will be impacted when there are issues with the service. We recommend representation of each stakeholder community be invited to the workshop because this will give you a holistic stakeholder view and also facilitates the development of the natural support team. Next, create a list of support scenarios. There are two ways to compile this list. You can draw some examples from experience, or ask your stakeholders for typical cases they have experienced. Use these scenarios to facilitate the conversation and to help answer and think about the what if and how to support scenarios that may be encountered during operations. To get you started, here are a few suggested examples of scenarios. Situation management for a business-critical application, security and access permissions, release management and end-to-end testing, user management, report provisioning, data management, and configuration changes. This is the first step in the process of designing a support model. Please note, this is also the same process to follow for updating a support model. The goal of the workshop is to identify and agree on the required support functions and, where possible, identify the providers of the support function. After the support model design workshop, you should have two deliverables as outcomes: the logical and physical support models. After the stakeholders have been engaged and the scenarios have been agreed, the next step is conducting the workshop. Here are tips to consider while conducting the workshop. Start to work through the models by answering the suggested questions. Identify which functions are needed, who is best positioned to provide the support, and how the support will operate. When facilitating this discussion, it is helpful to go through each scenario from the beginning to the end, working through the logical flow of the support model. Identify what functions are needed to facilitate the flow. In some cases, there will be a particular set of skills or expertise needed to provide these functions. In these cases, we can look to our preferred or designated providers for that function. It is important to encourage the stakeholders to actively participate in the design activity. The workshop's facilitator should help promote an active discussion between the stakeholders. It may be helpful to remember that there is not a one-size-fits-all approach for supporting an application. Please remember, a valuable and natural benefit of the support model design process is a discovery of stakeholder priorities and alignment of their views. To ensure that everyone's priorities are aligned in the outcome of the support model, keep these ground rules in mind. Keep an open mind when evaluating all options and scenarios. There is not a correct process for any one scenario to flow through the model. Keep the dialogue open and productive when discussing alternatives. Use the suggested scenarios as starting points if there is a lack of clarity on the way forward.